All right, the first question about Kenneth. Who's got an answer on this one and ready to explain it? All right, Braden? I am going to say that 96 is incorrect. Okay. So, all right. So, how did you get 96? Let's start there.
Okay, so I did. It said 1 inch equals. Hold on. 1 inch equals 6 feet.
All right. 1 inch equals 6 feet.
And then first I divided 24 by 6.
Okay. So you took your 24 feet, divided it by the 6 feet, and that gives you 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then was I supposed to divide it again?
Nope. You were supposed to stop there because that's your answer.
See, I'm debating on that. See, I ain't know because I thought like 4 was too small.
No. Think about it. The drawing is comparing inches to feet. 1 inch is 6 feet. You're trying to find out how many inches to 24 feet. So the inches number is going to be smaller than the feet number.
Okay.
With the starting ratio. Yeah, you went one step too far. Yeah, you're good. The answer is 4.
What can I do one on the true or false?
You need a redemption question.
Yeah.
All right, redemption question. But explain, how do you know if a triangle can be drawn with angle measures? What's the key that you're looking for?
180 degrees.
You're looking for a sum of 180 degrees. All right? So give me the first 2.
False and true.
Okay, false and true. Why is the first one false?
Because 60 plus 80 plus 30 equals 170.
Good. You end up with 170 on the first one. All right, the bottom 2 on this one. Malik. True, then false. What's the bottom one add up to make it false? $190 degrees. So angles of a triangle, what's your key number? 180 degrees. Good. How about the prism that shows where it's being sliced? So it's being sliced between the bases. It's a prism. Not prison, prism. It's prism. It could be Keelan's prison. That's where his mind is. He's stuck inside the prism.
No, I've never even seen a prison.
Well, that's good. No, it's a prism, and we want to slice it between the bases. And if we slice between the bases, we will get the base. So what's the base of this shape? Sam? It's the pentagon. So 5 sides is pentagon. And always go back into your question as well.
What's hexagon?
Hexagon is 6 sides.
The septagon is 7, then octagon is 8.
And nonagon is 9.
A nonagon, what is that?
9 sides. Decagon.
The what?
Decagon.
All
All right, now we're completely off topic.
So what's 13 sides?
13 gone.
What?
When you get to a certain point of polygons, you say the number of sides it has and then put the word gone at the end.
So what's the 11th one? What's the 11th
11
sides?
gone.
I like it. 11 gone.
Wait, can you draw a 13?
Yeah, I believe 11 is hendecagon. I could be wrong on that.
What?
Exactly. Okay, we're going to go to the next 4 questions. All right, before you get on to the next 4 questions, you're going to need formulas for these. The next 4 questions involve area and circumference. So let's get these up on the board before you move on. The area of a circle. How do you find the area of a circle?
Pi times radius squared.
Pi times radius squared. Remember, you will get formula sheets for these, so you don't have to have them memorized, but it does help. Okay? How about the circumference of the circle? Pi times the diameter. Okay? Where is the radius located in a circle? No, that's circumference. Where's the radius? Because you have to be able to identify between radius and diameter.
I think I know.
The radius is half the diameter, so your radius will start at the center and go out. What will your diameter do?
Go
All the way through.
Your diameter goes all the way through your circle. All right, we're also going to have to know the area of a triangle for these questions.
A triangle's like base times height divided by 2.
Very good. Base times height divided by 2. That'll work. And we also need to know the area of a semicircle.
Oh, I know that. It's pi times radius.
That's an igloo.
Cause isn't that half?
That's an igloo.
Okay, but if it's half a circle and we're trying to find the area, what do you think we should do?
Half the circumference. I don't know.
We're talking area, babe.
Divide by 2.
Take its area and divide by 2. So we're going to do pi times the radius squared, find the area of the circle, and then divide it by 2.
What is that?
What's what?
I'm a boy.
The squiggle?
I thought we were
No,
done with
like-
parentheses.
This
Have you ever done this?
is 3 point. Yes, we've done this.
No, the formula.
The triangle.
Yes.
We had them the bottom one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bottom.
Oh, okay. It's half a circle. So if it's half a circle, cut the area of the circle in half.
Y'all messing with my brain.
You'll be okay. I'm going to leave those up here while you do the next 4. All right. So looking at the parts of the circle, what part of the circle was given in the problem? All the way across the circle, that 30 centimeters is the diameter. So 30 centimeters is your diameter all the way across your circle. How would you find the radius? Okay, take your diameter, divide it by 2, and what is the radius? 15 centimeters. Okay, we have to know the difference between radius and diameter in order to do circumference and area. Okay? All right, looking at circumference. That is C equals pi d. What do we put in for pi?
3.14.
Okay, 3.14. And we're going to multiply it by the diameter, which is 30. And what does that get us for our circumference?
94.2.
94.2, thank you, Eben, 94.2 centimeters. All right, the area is pi times the radius squared. What are we going to use for pi? 3.14 times your radius, which is 15, and we have to square that, which means to do what?
Multiply by 15.
Good, multiply it by itself. So 3.14 times 15 times 15. Keelan, I know you just want to say an answer.
706.5 centimeters squared.
Very good, 706.5 centimeters squared. Perfect. Yes, go ahead, sharpen pencil.
700.
All right, our next circle. They gave us from the center out. What part of the circle is that?
The radius.
Good. So our radius is 12 meters. If we know the radius is 12, how will we find the diameter?
Multiply by 2.
Take your radius of 12, multiply it by 2, and how big is the diameter?
The diameter.
24 meters.
Meters.
Okay?
Meter.
Time to go into circumference, which is pi times diameter, which means what are we going to multiply to get the circumference of this circle?
3.14 times
24.
Okay? 3.14 times 24. And what is the circumference of this circle? Even
75.36 centimeters.
75.36 centimeters.
What's so funny?
Oh, meters. Even, you had us make a mistake.
Even got it right.
Even got it wrong.
No, April.
You wrong.
April Fools. All right, 75.36 meters. Okay, now for the area is pi r squared. What are we going to multiply to get the area of this circle? All right, Keelan again.
So you gotta multiply 3.14 by 12 times another 12.
Good, because you squared it, so 12 times 12. All right.
Are you gonna tell the answer?
Yes, I would like the answer, please.
452.16 meters squared.
Good. 452.16 meters squared.
That is a
Oh my gracious. There you go.
She's left-handed, bro.
I am too.
All right. Good job on these. Okay, we got a compound shape. Basically it's just a shape that's made up of more than one shape to make an irregular looking shape. This one is a semicircle and a right triangle.
Like ice cream.
It looks like an ice cream.
Yes, ice cream.
All right.
Feel like somebody.
So we have a triangle and we have a semicircle. Let's start with the triangle. How are we going to find the area of the triangle?
Base times height divided by 2.
Base times height divided by 2. What's the base and the height of the triangle?
9 and 12.
Okay, so we have the 12 times the 9, and we're going to divide that by 2. And what is the area of the triangle?
54.
Very good, 54. All right, now we have to look at the semicircle. We have half a circle. So what formula are we working with here?
Pi times r squared divided by
That was too much.
Good. Pi times the radius squared, but we have to divide it in 2. Now comes the problem of making sure that we find the radius. What is the 15, Sam? The 15 is the diameter. So if the 15 is the diameter, what's the radius? 7.5. So we're going to take 3.14 times 7.5 times 7.5 and then divide the whole thing by 2. And you're welcome to round it to a whole number, 1, 2, 3, 4 decimals. Well, it's only 4 decimals long. Keelan?
I got 88.31.
88.31 or 88.3, 88.3125. Good with any of those? Now, we're not done yet because we want the whole shape together.
So we gotta add it.
Hold on.
We need to
hold on.
combine the 2 pieces back.
Can we just add it all together?
Yes.
Because I rounded this.
88.3125 if you use the whole number,
88.31.
plus the 54 for the triangle,
1 half of 2.
and you should get 142.3125 or 31, however you rounded your decimal. And what's the correct unit for this problem?
Feet squared.
Feet squared. These irregular shapes, these compound shapes, if you break it apart, you have to put it back together. It's going to be required.
Wait, what happened to irrational numbers and all those things? Irrational numbers. What happened to them?
They're still there. Don't worry. We'll go back to irrational numbers.
They're all gone.
All right, in the diagram below, we've got 3 lines.
Today.
Even. We have 3 lines intersecting at N. The measure of GNF is 75 degrees. The measure of MNL is 25 degrees. And we're trying to find HNK. What type of angles have been formed with all of these intersecting lines?
Acute.
Yes, they are acute. but there's an angle relationship here.
Not obtuse. Oh, that equals, it starts with an S.
What type?
Supplementary.
Now, what type of angles are formed when you cross lines?
Oh,
Vertical.
Vertical angles.
Oh, that's right.
Yes,
Wow.
they are vertical. So if G and F, if this is 75 degrees, what do we know about K and L?
That's also 75 degrees.
Good.
Yes.
Its vertical angle is going to be the same as it.
Particular angles.
All right? M and L is 25. What's its vertical?
25.
Read it properly. One issue we had on angles was not reading our angles correctly. We need 3 letters and the vertex has to be in the middle.
G and H.
G and H.
Nobody cares, Brooklyn.
Be nice.
You're right.
Okay. We're trying to find the measure of H in K.
I know what you gotta do.
Got a couple options. Keelan, what do you want to do for this one?
You add 75 and 25. And then.
Plus X equals
No, even.
180.
He's actually writing a full equation, and that is appreciated.
Oh, my version.
You've got your half circle, your supplementary, your straight line, and I do appreciate his full equation. The 75 plus the 25 plus the X is 180. Will you solve it for us, Keelan?
The answer is 80.
The answer is 80. Combine your like terms. It's not being extra as much as it is being able to apply this process when all of your angles are in expression form. We ran into a lot of problems with that. You are extra.
That's what I'm saying. You was saying why I say it like that.
Uh-huh.
Tell them let me be extra.
Yes, makes class more fun. All right. Yes, sir.
Apparently.
Might have been a lucky guess, but when I saw the 75, the X, I think since it was like a
All right. In the figure below, we're going to find the value of SPR, and all we're told is that RPQ is a right angle. Which vocabulary term did you choose for this? Yes, you are supposed to pick. Are these two angles complementary or supplementary, Monica?
I got complimentary.
Supplementary means a straight line. Keep the S's together. Complementary means they're going to make a corner. So these two would be, yeah. These two angles are complementary. Complicated? They're complementary, mean they add up to 90 degrees. So your missing angle plus 37 has to give you 90. All right, Monica, what is the answer?
I got 53.
Very good. The measure of angle SPR is equal to 53 degrees.
Oh, why's the turtle up there?
Yes, there is a turtle in the classroom. Pencils are over there in the case. And we're going to go to the next question.
I won't break the balls now.
All right. In the figure, we're told that SPQ is a straight line, which tells us these two angles are what? Supplementary. What does supplementary mean? Good. They add up to 180. I want to hear you guys use those words and numbers so we retain all of this. So the two angles have to add up to 180. What is the measure of angle QPR? Fisher? No answer? 63.5 degrees is correct. Perfect. So complementary adds up to what number?
90.
Complementary is 90 degrees. Supplementary is 180. Vertical angles are
Up and down. Hold on, what? Side to side.
Well, they're opposite of each other, but what are they in their measurement?
Oh. Adjacent.
They're equal in their measurement.
My bad.
Yeah. Complementary is 90, supplementary is 180, vertical angles are equal to each other. Good thing to know because now we have to define these, and I also wanted you to draw an example, something that you can reference back to. What do we know about complementary angles? They make a right angle, they add up to 90 degrees. So we have two angles that are going to add up to 90 degrees. All right, how about supplementary angles? Good. Two angles that add up to 180, so they're going to form that straight line.
I thought you looked
That's what I remember.
at mine. You looking right at mine. Trying to get pictures.
I'm not taking yours. Braden?
That's gonna help you remember. Simple and complicated.
Simple and complicated. Gotcha. Would you let him in, please?
Straight.
No,
Okay. All right. Adjacent angles. Ooh, thank you. Does anybody remember adjacent?
Yes, it's when they mirror each other.
No.
Wait, no, not mirror,
They
but
both
like,
share it.
Vertical mirror each other.
like
They both share a line.
It's on the same side. Though.
add up to.
They share a lot.
They share a side.
Yeah,
beside
that's
each
what
other.
I was trying to say.
Yeah, they're beside each other.
It wasn't coming out.
So you're simply going to have two angles that are side by side. They share a side and the vertex. So on these, if they're adjacent, they share that yellow side. Okay, vertical angles. How are vertical angles formed?
Just draw an X.
Okay, draw an X, two lines that intersect.
Man, why I curve them like that?
Because he's left-handed.
I am too. I'm still gonna curve.
We blame everything for being lefties. Okay,
Right-handed.
vertical angles are going to be across from each other. What do we know if they're across from each other?
They're vertical.
They're vertical. What else?
They have equal length.
They have equal size. Not so much length as much as it is they have equal size. Okay? Any questions on our vocabulary? Are we good?
Yeah, we're glad.
We're glad.
We're Gucci.
Okay. So now we have these questions. Can you be both adjacent and vertical?
No.
No.
Yeah, you can't. You cannot be side by side and in front of the same person. That's just weird.
Yes, I can. If you split yourself
Please shut
into
up.
Yeah, we're not splitting you in two. We only need one of you. Okay? Can you be adjacent
I can make a plan.
and complementary?
Yeah.
Yes. Can you be complementary and supplementary? No.
No.
Can you be adjacent and supplementary?
Yes.
Yes. Very good.
The left-handed Y looks so weird.
Why are you?
Y'all are critical of my handwriting. I'm getting a complex.
I'm gonna have to do everything else. We're gonna
All right. All right, here's the plan for now. Chill up a second. Your DCA part 2 is on when? Friday. It is only about 8 questions. You're going to get at most 45 minutes to complete it. Exactly. We'll probably all be done way before then. So the rest of class, we're going to be working on the rest of the geometry. So you do not have to finish this at home. It's going to be in class. Braden, unfortunately, you have to finish it at home. All right. I will, just to make you feel better, I will continue to record your class so you can hear the chaos.
Can you please text me?
Okay? You will also, hold up. Like I warned you guys at the beginning of class, do not have just answers on this. It will benefit you greatly if you listen to what I heed you.
Wait, hold on, wait. So you said I have to finish this at home.
Yes, you're gonna have to finish it at home.
Wait, we for a grade?
Finish it at home. I'll post videos and I'll help you when you able to come back, okay? All right. So DCA is Friday. After the DCA 2, we're gonna finish the geometry. We good?